Welcome to Austin and the Austin Convention Center for Dell World 2014. I'm actually able to talk to you from outside today. When we first arrived a day or so ago, clouds were not just technical, clouds were realistic, as was the rain. But anyhow, lots going on at the event that we want to cover with you. First off, I was lucky enough to grab a short amount of time with Alan Atkinson, who is VP and General Manager of the Storage Group at Dell, to get his take on the conference and some of the main announcements.
This is a really exciting event. Dell World, you can just feel the energy. People are pumped up. You know, I'm a storage guy, so I'm going to talk specifically about storage, of course. And you know, when I look at what I'm hearing over and over again from folks is tremendous amount of excitement around the entry-level flash product that we announced. I mean, coming in at $25K really redefines where people can use flash technology, and we're getting a ton of buzz out of that. People are excited to see the new PS4210 that really reinvigorates the EqualLogic install base, and you know, tremendous amount of excitement around the XC series. The new Tanix platform on PowerEdge, I think, is something that the industry's been waiting for, and we've got it.
So one of the amazing things about a company like Dell is its breadth. Everything from cool new laptops to the fact that Sirius runs here, and you've got gamers and all sorts of ecosystems in their expo center. Obviously, we can't cover everything here. The two people I'm going to introduce you to now are my colleague Scott, who covers storage, and you'll hear his comments on what's going on there, and then Nick Rouda, who covers big data and analytics for ESG, and you'll hear his thoughts about what he heard at the conference.
There's a tremendous amount of excitement here at Dell World as Dell celebrates the one-year anniversary of going private. And among all the many announcements, there were a couple interesting that really stood out to me. From a storage perspective, Dell is bringing down the price of flash by adding solid state to EqualLogic's little brother with the PS4210. Additionally, from the server side, Dell is showing that there's still plenty of room for innovation in what's traditionally considered commodity hardware, with the unbridled modularity of the FX2 and the massive capacities of the XA90, with the ability to store 720 terabytes in 4U of space.
It was interesting to see Dell bring together some experts to talk about how customers are using big data in new ways, and particularly in the small and medium business space. A lot of people focus on the large enterprise, but we see a lot of opportunity for everybody to get better engaged with their customers and have more human interactions that are facilitated by big data and analytics technologies. One play Dell can offer in this space is the ease of the on-ramp. How do customers get up and running with these types of solutions? Can they do a engineered systems platform? Can they do a cloud-based solution? Can they use Dell professional services and consulting? All of those are ways that they can get into market faster, get a faster time of value from their big data and analytics solutions. While we've seen a number of technologies that do come from Dell's traditional wheelhouse, like servers with 100 terabytes, which would be perfect for Hadoop nodes, and displays with 5K resolution that would be great for looking visualization of very complex data patterns. Moving beyond that, we see a lot of emphasis on the software. There's been renewed focus on solutions and applications. We know that Dell is trying to make the most of their portfolio. Products like Katenga are now joined by StatSoft and in fact being integrated with the Statistica product, and that's really going to make a big difference for a lot of customers. I didn't know if I was appropriate to stand in front of the experts corner, but it seemed like a good place as any. One of the things I think is interesting about Dell is they talk a lot about an end-to-end strategy, and to a certain extent that's definitely true with hardware, software, and services all as part of their portfolio, and the move into increasingly vertical specific applications. That said, there's still a few areas I'd like to see development. I think Dell could be doing more on the data preparation, data integration, cleansing side of the business. I'd like to see more focus, particularly on big data security, being able to do encryption and privacy, and really extending the applications up to the business user and the analyst, parts of the organization that maybe Dell's traditional hardware sales teams aren't as comfortable with, but really where I know the company has aspirations to go. So it'll be interesting to watch the company as it matures and evolves in this space. I know they're thinking about it. I really want to see these products start to hit the market and round out the little gaps in their portfolio.
You can see now some pictures from the Expo Center that Dell had. I have to say, although you can see that it looks like a sort of jigsaw, it was actually really imaginative. Everything radiated out from Dell, and you could walk down certain corridors that showed you how to do analytics or how to go mobile. I thought this was a very innovative way to do an expo center. Two thoughts to close on, one small, one big. The small one, I mean, obviously not to Dell itself, but now that it's a private company, the one thing you weren't going to get this week was any revenue or accurate numbers on anything. And watching the glee from Michael and the rest of the execs and not having to share all that was enjoyable. More seriously for the future, there was also an, I think, successful effort by Dell to promote itself as not just the company that has one of everything, which by the way it still does, but that one of everything is tied very much to the future. So we had a number of presentations and keynotes talking from futurists, the second machine age, looking ahead at the age of abundance, things like that, where Dell is clearly very much trying to focus itself not just as an IT company, but as an IT company that's part of the emerging world.